The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They start the drive with Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, Cooper with a nice grab. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Cook is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the second of two on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season, but rumor is might have a few more for 2023.
And he wisely will throw that one away. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. They'll try the left side with Gibson. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow anybody to...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Corner blitz that time by J.C. Horn, and he got home and dropped him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Fields. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now it's Fields. Being chased out left. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. A handoff running left is Gibson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Fields on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dalvin Cook, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are able to move back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On second down, a run with Gibson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Vikings on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Fields flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes a field, Charles, they'd be fine. Cook strip, the ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Now, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He'll buy some time right. A A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Fields now to throw.
Steps away to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson flush to his right.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Jackson.
And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Cook, they'll try and run it.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Rolling to his right. And this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here's Fields.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Michael Dixon now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. With it is Jackson. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Play action. Now Jackson. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Eagles. Jonnu Smith, 26 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Out for the PAT, here's Sloman. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Touchdown! Elijah Moore from 13 yards out. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Extra point splits the uprights. And the route is on here in this first half.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
On first down, Fields.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Fields
escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try to put something together here in the second half.
It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Buying time to his left.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
To throw is Fields.
Flushed out right.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Off play action, Fields.
They'll roll him out right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Christian Kirk with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Vikings are able to claw one back.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And this is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's Jackson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jonnu Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields. They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Into the hands of London. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 4th down, Fields.
Flush to his right. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Back to throw. Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
They go play action with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They got 29 yards that time. First down, here's the run with Cook.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll run for it. Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Dalvin Cook
scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.